Here's what you got to do. Every day, spend 5 minutes to talk to your audience. Follow-up's done. Give them great, helpful information. Do a 5-minute, 7-minute, 10-minute video. Done. It's done. You don't need to follow up anymore. They will contact you when they're ready, and they're seeking you out. You are not seeking them out. That puts you in a better position to begin with because you're not begging for business. Does that make sense? So check it out. What if you never had to call your leads again as a real estate agent? Now listen, this is not about software or technology or something that does it for you or anything that I'm trying to sell you by any means. The fact is, you already know if you call all your leads, they don't want you to call. They're not very receptive. They'll tell you, we're not interested, we're just looking, we're not in a big hurry, my brother's a realtor, that type of thing. And it happens over and over that agents frustrate themselves with trying to follow up with their leads. They send tons of emails that never get replies. They send text messages that never get replies. They do phone calls that either they get sent to voicemail because the client just doesn't want to talk to you, or when you do talk to them, they kind of blow you off, right? Let me tell you, that worked in the 90s. That worked in the early 2000s, that we could create a communication with them and they would be somewhat receptive and then be willing to meet with you. That does not work in today's market. Following up with your leads is an absolute waste of time. You should not be doing it the traditional way. As a matter of fact, you should not be doing it individually, onesie-twosies. It doesn't work. Meanwhile, you also shouldn't be doing spam group messages, right? You don't want to send a broadcast text to all the same people, a broadcast voicemail to all the same people. You're not going to generate revenue by doing that. So, by the way, if you're not familiar with me, I'm Greg Luther. I coach about 30,000 realtors all around the country, and I've heard all of the stories about what's worked, what hasn't worked, the new thing they're trying, all the crap they've bought that's not generating business for them. Worse yet, they're getting hundreds of leads and they can't get anybody converted. How about if you stop? What if you just quit doing it that way and you find a better approach? Here's what you need to do. Change them from a lead to an audience. If you've seen some of the trainings, if you've been on our Facebook or YouTube channel, you've seen all kinds of videos that I provide for you to show you exactly what to do to start generating a lot more business. And one of the things we'll do is if a new lead comes in, let's say we're running Facebook ads or something on Craigslist, or we're paying Zillow for leads, or whatever the case is, what you'll do is for the first 24 hours, they're a lead. Make a couple of phone calls to them. Try and email them. See if you can communicate. But most generally, 9 out of 10, you will not reach them. They're only a lead for 24 hours. After that, they go into your audience. Well, what is your audience? You do a Facebook Live for them. You do broadcast information like a helpful article or something revealing that they didn't know, something intriguing about real estate. It's got to be related to the real estate world, not like a stupid recipe, right? But communicating with your audience every single day, just as I do, right? I get a lot of people that follow me, and then I communicate with them every single day. That's how you properly follow up, because when that buyer or seller is ready, they're going to contact you. So it's important you realize you don't need old school binder. This is a different binder here, but let's say I got a binder of all of my leads and I got to make a note. I talked to this one. I tried calling this one. I emailed this one. I mailed out a just sold postcard to this one. Are you kidding me? One at a time? You'll always feel like you're going to have an internal feeling that you're not doing a good enough job with follow-up. You know why? Because you can't do a good enough job that way, and they're not receptive. What's the point of doing it if they're not going to be receptive in the first place? So provide helpful information with them. Let me ask you, if you've been following me for a while, first of all, if you have been following me for a while, so I can kind of test where we're at here, just like this video, so I can kind of see how many have been following us compared to how many haven't. But let me ask you, do you feel like I'm following up with you every day? Or do you feel like I'm providing helpful, provocative, thought-provoking information? Do you see the difference there? So think about this for your buyers and sellers. If they have been following you and they're a lead, they didn't even realize, now you're in their news feed, you're on their Google search, all of that stuff, you're in front of them, what you'll find is you're providing good, helpful information for them and they're interested in what you're offering. But I'm never going to do a video with you as a real estate agent, right? I'm never going to do a video that says, hey, it's Greg Luther. I'm just following up with you to see if you're ready to get some coaching so you can actually sell some more houses and make some more money. You'd be like, no, thank you. Because nobody wants that shit. So why are you following up with buyers and sellers that way? What I do is I provide extremely helpful information, and I found the best way to show you I can help you is by actually helping you, by letting you get some results. Every single day, we have new people join up with us with Greg Luther Coaching, and they're like, Greg, I tried that thing you told me about, and I got 2 new listings off of it. This is awesome. I'm ready to join coaching. Great. I'm glad it worked. But give away your helpful information, your buyers, your sellers. Show them that you know your stuff. Show them you can get desired results. And I think you'll find that if you talk to your list every day, your audience, if you do that every single day, they're going to be much more receptive than what you do for following up the traditional way. Does that make sense? You don't want to have that list and just keep following up and calling them and, hey, I just wanted to touch base with you, see if you guys are ready yet. The answer is always going to be no. So let's stop doing what we used in the 90s to convert our buyer and seller clients and just start using a very simple technology called a cell phone, right? All we got to do, hold the video up like this and say, hey, I wanted to give you some great helpful information on how you can increase the value of your home. Hey, I wanted to give you some helpful information on how to make sure your deal doesn't fall apart if you go to sell your home, get a pre-inspection, right? So whatever that content is, there's tons of content you can provide, but it's a very simple approach to eliminating your need of following up with all these people. So here's what you got to do. If you have 50 leads that are unconverted, or if you have 500 leads that are unconverted, or if you've been paying all of these companies for years and you have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 leads that are unconverted, here's what you got to do. Every day, spend 5 minutes to talk to your audience. Follow-up's done. Give them great, helpful information. Do a 5-minute, 7-minute, 10-minute video. Done. It's done. You don't need to follow up anymore. They will contact you when they're ready, and they're seeking you out. You are not seeking them out. That puts you in a better position to begin with because you're not begging for business. Does that make sense? So now you don't need an inside sales rep. You don't need to give away part of your commission. You don't need a buyer's agent or an admin or all of the other things that cost you money. You can use your cell phone and a 5-minute video on a free post that allows you to follow up with people. Heck, spend $5 to follow up with all of them at once. And it takes you 5 minutes a day. So in the time it takes you to brush your teeth, you're done. Follow-up is done with I've talked to my audience today. Now I can go back to work. I can do the things that I need to do, put out all the fires, right? So hopefully that makes sense to you. But again, I can't encourage you enough to stop following up with your leads because they don't want it. You don't like it. It makes everybody uncomfortable and it gets shitty results. You actually don't make money by doing it, right? The random and sporadic luck of the draw, you get one, but you're burning all of those other opportunities. So what you want to do is provide valuable content for them every day, not just on Facebook, by the way. You can do it via email. You can do a broadcast text. We're doing some video text that's working extremely well. I'm sure you're familiar with BombBomb and some of those things. As long as you have good content, it's awesome. So we have a coaching retreat coming up here in just a few weeks, less than 2 months away. We have a coaching retreat coming up where we're going to talk about all of this content that's being provided and how agents are getting such good results. They talk to their audience every day, and every single day, one of those audience members is like, hey, we're ready to sell our house. We'd love for you to come out and see it. Hey, we're ready to buy a house. You told us about that dream home finder. We'd love for you to find us an unlisted home. You're providing good quality offers to get them to reply. Look at the difference in the response rates you'll get. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Get registered for our Wednesday training. I'm doing a Wednesday webinar, which is closingseverymonth.com. Again, closingseverymonth.com. I'll put it in the description here. I think it's on that side, wherever it is. Get registered for Wednesday's training and stop following up with your leads. Create an audience. I can show you how to take 2,500 old leads that you have and upload them into custom audience in Facebook so you can start hitting them every single day. It takes you 5 minutes and you're done, and you're actually providing good quality content. You're not specifically saying, hey, I'm following up to see if you want to buy or sell. You're just giving them great content so they will seek you out. Go out and sell some houses. I'm Greg Luther. Find more about us at gregluthercoaching.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.